everywhere burst few hours ago as Akpabio finally burst out on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nobody ever expected it. No Nigerian ever expected that Akpabio can come out this way in the Senate House. Akpabio have not to be the licking dog of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He lays the leg of Tinubu a lot, but the truth have finally been revealed. Akpabio have finally come to himself. So he's finally coming out to speak the truth, and he said he's already scared of the protest that is going to come up from October 1, according to what SOWORE announced. Now, Akpabio is already scared of the protest ahead. He don't want the protesters to attack him or attack his family or even to burn his house and all of that. Now, he have finally exposed Bola Ahmed Tinubu based on the jet that was bought few days ago. You will see show in this very video. Akpabio shaketalizes table. Now, let's get to stay connected to the end of this video. You can share this video, just do where to share it. Come and still fight in the early half today in the Senators. And if you can't share the video, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight from HABE.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now. It makes sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome me back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Kasala boss few hours ago in the Senators, Akpabio have not to be the licking dog of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is always doing everything possible just to impress Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's very obvious, in the history of any country in the world, we've never seen a very good collaboration within the Senate House and even the presidency. The Senate House is not being submissive to the executive, but in Nigeria the reverse is the case. But it is very obvious that Tinubu have been the one putting them in all those positions. Tinubu have been the one supporting them just to ensure that they get to that position so that he will be able to govern and control every sphere of the government. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. But something tragic happened few hours ago. Kasala burst out few hours ago. Nobody ever expected that Akpabio can come out this way. Akpabio that are always approving every bills that they bring to the House of Assembly, every bills that come from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Akpabio will approve it, whether it benefit the people or it did not benefit the people. What Akpabio just want to see is that Tinubu is always happy with him. He always wants Tinubu to be happy with him. He don't want to care about the happiness of the people with the bills that he have been approving. And that is what a lot of Nigerians have been saying. Just go to Twitter space, you will see a lot of people there talking about how Akpabio have collapsed this country, how Akpabio have approved a lot of rubbish and dirty bills. You will see everything. Go to YouTube, stream and look for a lot of videos regarding Akpabio. You still see the same thing. Akpabio have not to be very, very biased when it comes to approving of it, but any bills that come from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he always approve. But something tragic happened. Nobody ever expected that stuff like this can happen, even as at now. But Akpabio is very scared of protesters now. With the last protest that happened few days ago when he said that he will be in his house eating and dining, Akpabio wasn't eating and dining. Fear grasped Akpabio. Now Akpabio is already shaking with the protest that was announced by SOWORE that it will come up on October 1, the Independence Day. Now Akpabio is already shaking for the protest. He's already scared of the protest. I would like us to stay connected to the end of the video. You will see show in this very video. You will see what Akpabio said, and you listen to some other people. So if you can share this video, just do well to share it. You will see exposure in this very video. You will see the way a lot of things was exposed. You will see the way Akpabio exposed Tinubu and some other things that nobody even known in Nigeria. So if you can't share the video as you're watching it, just like it as you're watching. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. It was few days ago that Nigerians came out to protest, and Nigerians came out to protest on a positive ground. They call it a peaceful protest, where they stated that all their agitations were up to 20. Though that wasn't all the agitations of Nigerians, but they just listed out their priorities, and those agitations are the basicness of Nigeria. We have the agitation of hunger there because it is very obvious that hunger is actually ravaging the land. We have the agitation of fuel price. The fuel price is too excessive. You will see where they're selling for around 850 They sell fuel around 850 naira per litre, and this fuel price skyrocketed from 240 naira when Buhari was there. Now it's skyrocketing to around 850. They said they removed subsidy, but nobody is reaping the dividends of the subsidy. Nigerians were actually sorry for the subsidy that was removed, aiming that they want to use this removed subsidy to gather a lot of money for the economy of Nigeria to be working. But the money of the subsidy is actually coming in trillions, but the people are not seeing the dividends. Tinubu said he gave money to the state governors to help their state to alleviate people from poverty, but the state governors are denying it. They said Tinubu did not give them any money. Now, who are we to hold accountable? The poor masses are dying of hunger every day, and the people came out to state their agitations, but instead of the government to attend to their agitations, they dashed them bullets. A lot of people actually died in cause of the protest. Up to 20 people actually lost their life in cause of the protest, and yet nothing is being done about it. The secret operative that perpetrated the evil, they did not bring them to book. No justice for the dead. Now nothing is happening in Nigeria, and I said that is not enough. The protest ended and the hardship continued, the poverty continued, the hunger continued. Now they came out to announce another protest by Moyele Sowore on News Central that the protest is going to hold on from October 1. That one did not even have a deadline, that there's no date that one will even end. And that is what Sowore said. Now they're already shaking for the protest. They're already doing everything possible so that the protest will not get to them. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu wasn't doing everything possible just to stop the protest, because Tinubu believes that he has the secret operative that can help him to quiet a lot of Nigerians and all. But Akpabio is already shaking, because according to the last protest, they wanted to locate the house of Akpabio. According to the report that we got, they went to the house of Wike, they went to the house of some other senators. The report came in that they burned the house of some senators and all. They even went to the house of Buhari in Daura, where they burned the front of the house of Buhari. But Akpabio did not want such to happen to him in this very protest that they said that is cooking already. October 1 is not far again. That's what Sowore said. Now they're already shaking for it. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. Regarding the jet that was bought, Kasala finally burst between Tinubu and Akpabio. Regarding the jet that the bills were approved, Akpabio came out some days ago. He said he did not approve any bill on jet for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said the people that are actually saying that he approved a new jet bill for Bola Ahmed Tinubu over $150 million and all, he said it is a big lie. But now Kasala burst few years ago. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is already shaking, because for Akpabio to come out this way, something is shaking on the net. Now I'm going to play you the video. Now you're going to see the video of everything that happened and the way it goes. You will hear from Akpabio himself. You will see what happened in the Senate House. You will see everything at the eyes of these people finally opening. Now just stay connected. If you can share the video, just share it. If you can't share it, just like it as you're watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up. Now listen to what Rufai said regarding the jet and all. He dashed it to them blue and black. Then you will hear from Akpabio himself to buttress the point of Rufai saying of Arise TV. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Presidency has unveiled the new Airbus A330 purchased under President Bola Tinubu. Bayo Ononuga, who is the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, released the pictures on Monday and said it's replaced the 19-year-old Boeing B737-700 bought under the presidency of President Olusegun Obasanjo. Although he did not disclose the amount it was purchased, Ononuga said the new plane was bought far below the market price, and it saved Nigeria huge maintenance and fuel costs running into millions of dollars yearly. According to him, the recommendation to replace the aircraft followed an investigative hearing by Nigeria's parliament that questioned its safety record and cost efficiency, especially after it malfunctioned during a trip to Saudi Arabia. Now, of course, this happened yesterday, and since then we've had loads of reactions and it's trending on X. Now, our first tweet there reads, "At last, our priorities have crystallized. A new plane decked out with all the state-of-the-art trimming, spacious interiors, custom designs, and cutting-edge communication systems. Because, naturally, in a nation grappling with hunger and economic woes, ensuring our leaders can jet off in opulent style is absolutely at the top of the urgent needs list. How comforting it must be to fly high above the trivial concerns of daily sustenance and economic hardship that plague plague your countrymen below. Truly, what better way to tackle national crisis than from the comfortable cushioned seats of a luxurious aircraft? The next tweet there reads, you mocked the president and the nation when the plane broke down in Saudi Arabia. Now the Senate has replaced it. You are crying insensitivity, as if the president withheld your state government allocations. Use this same energy and demand accountability from your governors. The last tweet there reads, finally, Tinubu has admitted buying a new presidential jet. Congratulations to the sacrificing Nigerians who contributed to the purchase. Safe trip to the ever-caring and understanding Jagaban of our time, Emilokon one of Africa. And finally, the last tweet there reads, we need to wash our new jet with some bags of rice when he arrives.
Senator, thank you for the second tweet. And this is what I was saying with respect to the constituents. You've got to hold onto the same energy and demand accountability from your governors. You cannot skip the people who are in charge of your own particular constituency, your senators and so on, and keep jumping to the presidency. Look, we talked about this jet thing. I know we're almost out of time. When Femi Otedola, the strong man of the capital markets, brought up this jet matter with banks when he was supporting the windfall tax. Do you want the president to get into an accident? President Trump, former President Trump, had a malfunction. He used Jeffrey Epstein's jet. People were all hullabaloo about it. Do you want President Tinubu to be at the airport queuing with you for a flight that is going to be delayed?
That's okay.
Do you want, so these are the things that we have. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. There are, your palliatives are going out there. They are doing what they can to try to alleviate suffering. You cannot say he should not have should he not have a plane? Should the plane malfunction? I know it's not a popular statement to be made, right? But do you want the president to be sitting with you at the airport waiting for a plane that you have sent some tweets out about delayed
to some
flights?
of the issues of the people while he's waiting for a flight on a lighter note.
Hold governors accountable. Governors are also senators, constituents. Step up and make this noise about the people you elected in office. Hold them accountable. Don't pole vault like in the Olympics where we didn't get any medals.
Not a popular opinion, but he does make some very
I agree with that. That was on a lighter note what I was saying. Maybe half lighter note. But you're absolutely correct. At some point we had talked about the fact in interest of national security. However, for the optics, what we had then questioned was that 19-year-old jet, because jets are built to last for a long time. They're not just built to, it's not like a car. Even cars, you have cars that are vintage. So we would like to understand how bad the situation was. We take the word for it that it was so bad they needed to buy a new jet. Then the second aspect would be due process. And that's where a number of people are challenging as well. They say it might have come through a service-wide vote. But if you recall last year in 2023, the Senate had come out to mention that the abuse of service-wide votes and how it had been used at the detriment of the Nigerian people. And so there's also that criticism of why was it such an emergency? Yes. Why did they have to go through that route when we are bleeding in terms of revenue to buy a jet? Is that our priority? So it's about optics, it's about priority. How can you tell the Chinese firm that we don't have money to pay when you can afford to buy a new jet to pay their work? So those are the kind of things that we're looking at. And that's why sometimes these international organizations don't take us seriously. You people say you don't have money, but you are buying jets. You are building 21 billion naira houses. How can you? You are balling. So there's a stark disconnection between what the government is saying that we are broke and what it is that they're demonstrating that we are living in largesse.
So when we speak to the cost of governance, which is something that has come up quite a number of times, Rufai.
I was just laughing because I think it was Ralph Waldo Emerson that said, "What you do speaks so loud I can't hear what you say." I challenge once again, because there was no independent advisory to be able to tell us about the state of that presidential jet that said it was bad. I challenge that fact again. Was that presidential jet that President Tinubu met in there, was it truly bad? You must be able to have a wide range of engineers that will be able to look at that jet. Or President Tinubu just wanted something more fancy, because it looks like that to me. Because if you said it was bad and they went to sell those things again on the market, so were they selling them for scrap? Secondly, you're talking about service-wide votes. This is lack of respect for the people and accountability. Let's call it what it is. The same jet a lot of Nigerians were telling you not to buy. And Roti, you were saying the constituents don't speak. You can listen to them on radio stations like VOP and Nigerian for every morning. They speak so loud every day.
And votes.
So But you know when they vote, the beavers also malfunctions.
Then go home. Then forget everything.
It's recourse to nothing. So
something has to work.
Yeah. So then the president went ahead to get these jets, and they had the temerity to announce it to us this way. So they don't even consider the people. They have lack of respect for the people. They can't even tell you how much they bought the jets.
Because they said it's way less than they would have been spending on maintenance.
If they are proud of it,
fixing the old jets.
If they are proud of it, they are the ones that determine what they were spending on maintenance or fixing the old jet. Were they independent assessors to look at the fact that the old jet was bad? If they are proud of it, then they should tell us the costs in the spirit of transparency. I'm not going to quote SOWORE as a source, but today, SOWORE made some sense by saying maybe all of this was a ruse in the first place. By constantly saying the jet broke down in Saudi Arabia and all of that to be able to create a narrative. Because also when SOWORE told us they had bought this jet long ago, the government didn't say anything, but apparently it looks like they had bought it long ago. So that's the insincerity, and the people are speaking so loud every day, but what do the leaders care? What do the leaders that have so much level of impunity really care? Nigerians are hard-pressed, are pushed to the wall. You say when they come out to vote, is it not the same votes they came out to vote that lady was stabbed in the face? Is it not the same vote that they came out to vote that somebody was threatening the Igbos in Lagos here? Didn't the police defend the bad person and said it was a joke? Is it not the vote they came out to vote that there was chaos everywhere in the land? Is it not the beavers they promised them that didn't work on the election day and they couldn't transmit their results? How about them taking accountability for that in the first place? Nigerians have had enough.
All right, then thank you so much, Rufai, Ayo, Rotus. This has been, I won't say fun, but this has been enlightening. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Ethan.
The problem with many people is that, especially the World Bank, that they don't understand Nigeria. It's not this trumped-up data economics that they do. You're talking about a country, and for those that you make the argument, we take the money, we invest in other parts of the economy. You're talking about a country that the government has invested 15 trillion in the coastal road that was needless, where you have other roads that were still remaining to be done. And they left those roads. In fact, actually, that 15 trillion invested in just one road was going to fix all the pre-existing roads in Nigeria. I didn't say that. Do you know who said that? The Minister of Works himself. But we took that money, went to launch a new project, and we left many roads undone. They're talking about a country that has a persistent, niggling mindset of corruption, where even if you make those savings, they will never reinvest into a lot of the people. Today we are talking about a presidential jet where they've not told us how they got the money to buy it. So for me, I understand the culture of impunity. Maybe down the line, if we change the culture of impunity, which I don't think will change anytime soon, you can make a sensible argument. You were talking about Singapore. I looked at you and laughed. Do you know what will happen in Nigeria when they build those buildings? Government workers will buy those same buildings of the government and sell it at exorbitant rates. Go and check most of the government housing they do. It's already pre-bought by the same people internally. So you are comparing with Singapore and you are saying, if you give home subs, it will never be visible here. Probably only the days of them Jack on day when there was finance. It's government officials that will take, they will buy us all those homes at 20 or 10 million naira. And they will go and resell it at 40, 50 million naira. Go and check if it's that easy. All the homes going to have a building. Just please apply to buy one of these government housing projects. Just go ahead. I want you to do it yourself. They will still corrupt it. Wait till you see this import, we want to import of food now. But you'll not hear the corruption that will happen. Haven't you even seen with the forex situation that, oh, it was for Form M for people and things like that, you're supposed to give them food to benefit their business? Have people not fraudulently taken over the process? So the World Bank, with due respect, did not even understand the culture of impunity. They will come, they will crunch data and everything. That's why you see all their data crunching has not changed. And my fear has always been the draconian policies they put forward. I'll take you back to 86. This was how they advocated SEFM, second-tier foreign exchange markets. Oh, it will find the value at around 3 naira. It went up to, as at 1991, we're already getting over 7 to 11 naira. And we never remained the same then. I get all this empirical data, Rotus. But you can also observe it from the policy of corruption. Look at Zacchaeus talking about crypto, the same crypto that you have incarcerated, what's it called, Binance now. But because you know that there's money coming from there, now you're talking about, it's not the same crypto that you said was affecting your forex, that you should stop trading crypto so that your forex will, what is it called, will stabilize. Didn't they blame forex? Now they are doing Dutch auction system. It's not still holding the Naira. The Naira is still going to 1,600.
Okay, so Rufai, just one question. Is there anything positive you see in data with what has been put forward? Because the thing is this, you ask for empirical data daily, right? So this is, wait now, hold on. Yeah. The data here shows that subsidies are wasteful spending. The Singapore example, I was making the example to say that, because Nigeria, we do low-income housing here in Nigeria as well.
Who are the people that buy the low-income housing?
The point I was trying to make is that inefficient spending on subsidies, as was made by World Bank, IMF, everybody, every analyst, every guest that has come here, puts the spending in other things that have value. Subsidies are a tax cut for the wealthy. So if you, just one second, I just want to round up. All you've done is just say corruption. If you bring a solution here, corruption will destroy it. You bring a solution here, corruption will destroy it. You bring it. So the thing is, the point is that if every single way you turn, you say that nothing will work, corruption will destroy it, then let me just put my laptop down, pick up my phone, and let everybody just go home and leave Nigeria to burn. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some hope and optimism that some of these things can work.
Rotus, let me tell you something.
It has to work. You can't be doomsday every day.
Rotus, when Tinubu came in, he promised renewed hope. He's renewed shiggy.
He's 1 year into office.
Wait now, let me speak, Rotus.
Yeah.
Let me speak. You see, the problem with you, a lot of people don't understand the means. I'm a very factual realist. Hang on a minute. You think I don't want this country to work? You think?
Do you have
wait.
Okay, go ahead.
You think I don't want this country to work and I come here every single day advocating and fighting for this country? Against my own personal satisfaction sometimes? See, I have told you here that subsidy years, people are frittering it away. Have we been able to solve the corruption? Realistically, no. Do you think it's this present political crop that will solve your corruption? I here have advocated with you face removal. Have I not? But even with face removal, is it the same NMPC that they released their report today that you are saying you want the financials because you can't trust them enough? Are these the people who are going to live with this? So, Road to see, I am saying the reality so that people that are watching can understand realism and press for more accountability. You are talking about subsidy savings in a country where the president did not even respect you enough before he went ahead to buy a private jet behind you. Without he didn't even rate you enough as a citizen. So you think I don't want the best for this country? Rotus, we want the best. I'm hopeful.
Well, give me hope. Give me hope. I need to hear hope and positivity. Give me hope on something. Give me something you've seen that is hopeful. Give me one thing, please.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
My hope now will be, how can we increase revenue through mining?
But subsidy is eating up the revenue.
Wait now. Because see, if we harness gas properly, we are doing 12 billion revenue target. We can actually do $40 billion or 50 billion from gas if we harness gas. So we can increase the pots. That's a realistic hope to me. How can we drive more revenue? How can we look for loopholes and block corruption and ensure that we drive up the revenues? For me, that's more realistic hope that we can reinvest. But if you say with this patent resource, and you think this culture of impunity will not continue, Rotus, we are kidding ourselves.
Look,
I was like you many years ago.
You were like me.
All right. I think one of the things, just like when Vimbai came in, one of the things that must happen is balance. And that's why I love the fact that on the side, at the end of the day, both of you are fighting for the same thing, only from different sides of the table. So Rotus in terms of renewable, hopeful and all that, and Rufai is a bit more realistic with regards to the Nigerian reality. But I do agree.
Wait, when you say Rufai is a bit more realistic, are you telling me that the subsidies we're paying now, 6.8 trillion, we should continue to spend that each year when you have other items that you can put down?
I don't think
education and healthcare.
Well, you need to listen. What he had mentioned was gradual phasing out of subsidy, and also to fix the structural challenges that we have. I think it's side by side. So if we don't fix those challenges, no matter how much money we save on subsidy, it will still not go to housing, education. No, we're not saying that that's the end, that we're never going to fix it. But the reason why we must speak out about it is that we must acknowledge the fundamental challenges that we have in this nation. We have to, and it's not being negative. It's just facing the truth so that we can begin to challenge it. If we act or bury our heads in the sand as if there's nothing like corruption, if they save on subsidy, we'll go to education. We're not going to hold people accountable to actually fix the problem. I think that's where, for me, for the Singapore one, my comment on that was just that, of course, you can understand Lawrence Wong's position because he has an election to win come at least at the latest November 2025.
By answering people in the social media, because the social media is garbage in, garbage out. I was in Zanzibar attending to inter-parliamentary union meetings when that information went out that the Senate President has said he will approve a brand new plan for the President, irrespective of whether there is suffering or no suffering. There was never a time such a statement came from me, because I've never had any correspondence to approve a plan or not to approve a plan. And I did not want to answer, but they went further to generate it, and then they went wrong as if I was saying that I did not care about the Nigerian people, I did not do this. We care about the President, we care about the Nigerian people. We will approve things that will benefit the Nigerian people. We will approve things that will improve the living standard of the people. At the same time, we will also take cognizance of the duties of Mr. President. If his vehicle is bad, we will repair the vehicle. If his plane is bad, we will approve money for the repair of the plane. So that is not an issue. There is nothing before us. I don't think you should bother about it. Somebody called me and said that he was quoting from BBC, that what I said in Senator Monguno's house, that the statement was false and should be disregarded, that I was now saying that I will not approve. That is what you may call anticipatory blackmail. The purveyors of the story know very well that maybe there is problem with the presidential fleet, and that where they will go to will be the parliament. And so they are now trying to do anticipatory blackmail to tell us if they bring it, do not look into it. So I think that we should ignore them and focus on what we are doing here. I've read the President's correspondences to us. There was nothing touching on plan or no plan. But I can tell you that when you hear stories such as the death of the Vice President of Malawi as a result of defective plan, and then you hear stories such as the death of the President of Iran as a result of defective craft. In fact, this time it was a helicopter and all that. We shouldn't ever dream and allow such to be a portion. It won't be. The Senate is very responsible. The National Assembly is very responsible. We will look into issues that will benefit the governance of the country, irrespective of anticipatory blackmail. Get the words, anticipatory blackmail. They know very well that something like that may come in future, and if it's a necessity, the Senate will look into it. But there is nothing like that before us now. So they can go ahead, anticipate and blackmail the Senate President. It will not affect me. Minority Leader, you may wish to second, not what he said, but just second the motion that we adjourn for about 1 hour to come back to approve the votes and proceedings of this August chamber. Proceed.
Mr. President, in closing, I want to say that the Senate is aware of some insinuation in a section of the media, to the extent that the President of the Senate, leading this Senate, either had at one time indicated that we had a request that the purchase of a new plane be approved for Mr. President, and that the President of the Senate had indicated that regardless of what Nigerians were going through, that would be approved. That was one. And the Senate is also aware that Mr. President tried to clarify this issue, that at no point did he say that. Then another section of the media picked on that again to say the President of the Senate, again leading the 10th Senate, has said whatever Mr. President likes, he should go and do. This Senate will not approve the purchase of a plane. And as we sat here today, a section of the social media had also been circulating that we had gone into an executive session to discuss about the presidential request for a new plane and how we are going to approve it. Mr. President, the essence of my saying this is just to make it clear and to alert Nigerians that there is the presence of a fifth columnist and some other propagandists who are doing everything possible to destabilize this country and also destabilize the parliament. Mr. President, I say for the record, as the leader of this Senate, that there is no request before this Senate as of yet. So there could not have even been a basis for us to debate whether we are going to approve or not. It had never been discussed either on the floor of this Senate or among individual senators or at the executive closed session. There is no such request.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear what Akpabio actually said in this very video, and you can hear what Rufai was saying. He said, you know, whenever Rufai come out to talk, a lot of people will just be thinking that Rufai is having a personal vendetta with the cabinet and the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Rufai have come out to say it both and clear. He did not have a personal vendetta with the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but he said he wants Nigeria to be working. Now, looking at what Akpabio actually said in this very video, Akpabio made that video some months ago where the news was moving out on different media platforms and different media houses. You know, the news was going viral then that they want to approve a new jet for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they have taken the bill to the House of Assembly and all of that. Now Akpabio was coming out, he said they never approved any bill of new jet for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He came out to pretend as if he knows about the suffering of the people, that the people are actually suffering, that no, it is not in this kind of economy that they can approve such a bill. If you should listen to what Akpabio said in this very video very well, Akpabio and the other senators were saying something like the old debt need to be repaired and all of that, that there's no call for buying of new jets since the presidency have up to 4 jets and all of that they're using for international trips and all. He said if any of the jet is faulty, that they can repair the jet. It's not for them to approve new bill. That was what Akpabio was saying in this very video. They said they will never approve such a bill. He said if the cars that they're using is faulty, that they will repair the cars and all of that. Talk less of plane. The price of plane is very much. It's billions of naira and all of that. They can't afford to buy a new plane in this economy. But you can see what happened. You can see what happened few hours ago. You can see that they've approved the bill and they've bought the plane, despite the fact that the people came out that no, the hunger in the land is very, very alarming, that they can't afford to eat 2 square meals in their houses again. The subsidy that they remove is killing the people and all of that. The people came out, they said they are not okay with the present economy of Nigeria again, that they can't live as far as the standard of Nigeria is concerned again. Now, the people came out to state their agitations. They dashed them bullets. They dashed Nigerians bullets. According to reports, the protests that took place from August 1 to August 10, more than 20 people actually lost their life. And when Tinubu came out to address Nigerians on the 4th day of the protest, he never talked about how they will put to book the secret operative that perpetrated the evil, because we have never seen the situation of any country where protesters are actually protesting on a peaceful ground and police will go to that kind of place with a live bullet. It is not even with a rubber bullet. They go with a live bullet, and as if that is not enough, they pull the trigger and they find a lot of people in cause of the protest. Now the parents of all those people, they are still in that pain till now. They are still mourning till now. They killed a lot of people. Children were actually quiet. They quiet a lot of children in cause of the protest. Stray bullets moving and flying from one place to another just because the people came out to state their agitations. And these people have already listed out their agitations a month before the protest. The president failed to attend to the agitation. He failed to give a press conference regarding how they want to attend to the agitation that the people have already laid down up front even before the protest. I remember that he have been attending to the agitations of the people. Out of 20, let's assume he even attended to up to 7 or 8. The people will not even have the energy to come out to protest because they will be thinking that the president is already on point, is already attending to the agitations. But he failed to do all those things. He began to summon traditional leaders. He began to summon some other people so that they can just talk to their people to stop the protest and all of that. But can it really stop hungry people from coming out? Now, hungry people actually came out. They dashed them bullets, and Nigerians protested. They said, no, the new jet that Tinubu want to buy, this is not the time for him to buy a new jet. They stated it among their agitations because of the protest. Now, do the voice of the people really count? Did they not buy the new jet? Did Akpabio that said that it's not going to approve the bill, did they not approve the bill? Or am I the one that approved the bill? Is it LAJU that approved the bill for the new jet? That's the question that we're asking. And you know, Nigerian government have been taking the people as a kind of useless set of people. They never prioritize Nigeria. All they prioritize is their own happiness. They will tell you there is no money, but they live in their luxurious lifestyle in the Aso chamber. Now, they said they won't approve money for new jet. They approved it, and the existing jets were still there. The jet that Buhari used in his own administration, we did not hear any call that maybe Buhari was traveling and he have a plane crash and all of that. The jets were still very okay. Now they say that the jets were not very okay again, they're not good again. Now, which evidence did they have to tell us that the jet is not good? We did not see any evidence. Now, according to what Rufai said in this very video, Rufai made it bold and clear. He said, is it that the jet is not good, or Tinubu just wants a new latest fancy jet so that they can live their luxurious lifestyle in that Aso Rock to the fullness? The country that they say that the poor should be managing, the country that they say that there's no money that the common man should be managing, the country that they remove subsidy and the dividends is not coming to the people. You can imagine what is happening. And the Senate House came out few months ago. You can imagine the senators coming out few months ago and they were saying that they want to buy a new SUV for themselves, and they said the old SUV that the former senators used, they said they can't use that one again. The old SUV that the senators in the administration of Buhari used, this just immediate past president, it's not the president of 20 years ago or all of that. This immediate past president that just left the office 1 year ago, they said they can't use the cars that the senators that worked with him used and all of that. They said they want to buy a new SUV for themselves, that they want new one so that they can be used to be cruising the bad roads of Nigeria. They will come out to tell us that the roads of Nigeria are not good, that they can't drive their cars safely and sound in the road of Nigeria. Now, whose responsibility it is to fix the road of Nigeria? When senators are coming out to be telling us that the road is not good, is it mean that it's to fix the road of Nigeria? Is it my hand that the tasks of Nigerians are actually coming to? Now, these people like their responsibility, and I said that is not enough. They approved 70 billion for them to buy new SUV for themselves. Each senator collected 160 million for his own SUV. All of them collected the money. Tinubu approved that money to them. Now, Tinubu is now coming out that he wants to buy a new jet, and you're not expecting them to approve the money for the new jet when they approve money for their SUV. What are you expecting? That's Nigeria for you. When Tinubu came out that they want to buy a new presidential yacht of 5 billion naira, did they disapprove the bill? They never disapproved it, despite the fact that Nigerians came out to shout and shout and shout that what did they want to use new yachts to do? Because yacht is meant to be on water, on sea and all of that. Have you ever seen Tinubu on sea, traveling through sea before? Have you ever seen Tinubu on sea or on a presidential yacht on the sea since when they said that they buy it? Where is the yacht in now? They bought the yacht, but nobody is seeing the yacht. They've been approving unnecessary money. They approved the money for the house of the vice president that called Nigerians idiot. That any Nigerian that come out to protest is an idiot. They approved 21 billion naira to build a new house for him when they newly refurbished and renovated his house with some billions of naira. They still build another house with 21 billion. What kind of country are we making? Is this really a country or a jungle? What kind of country do we have in Nigeria? Is this really a country that we have back in the days? Is it really a country that we have back in the days of Obafemi Awolowo and all of that, MK Abiola? This country have turned to something else, and people are dying of hunger every day. The people that came out to stage their agitations that they're not okay with the present situation of Nigeria, they dash them bullets. A lot of mothers lost their children. They dash them bullet, but I didn't mean that it is the son of a senator that was dashed bullet, or the son of the president, or the son of any prominent person in Nigeria. They will shut Nigeria down. Everywhere we bust, things will scatter. Nigeria will not be able to breathe again. But nothing happens since it's the son and the children of the common men that were dashed bullet in cause of the protest, and the agitations that the people stated in cause of the protest, they did not work on any of it. None is working. The hunger is still ravaging. They did not attend to any of the agitations of the people. Now the people are saying that they're coming out on another phase announced by SOWORE on October 1 that a new phase of the protest is actually coming out. Drop your opinion in the comment section of this video regarding what is happening in the Aso Rock chamber, regarding what is happening in Nigeria, and regarding how all the parliaments and all of that will be submissive to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Drop your opinion in the comment section of this video as I'm going to get that opinion there for you. And sure, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where? Politician with the do pass himself. Leader, why you with the for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.